Guys, it's time for Crait to finally be taken apart. I'm really sad. So if you can't tell by the title, I'm moving, guys, and so that means we have to take Crait apart. Not only Crait, but we also have to take apart all of these shelves, including the Lego sets on them and all of that. So I'm gonna just make a quick video right now to show you what it's like taking apart a Lego room, how I go about it, what I use to store Lego when I'm moving, and also just storing Lego in general. And some tips in terms of maybe organizing your Lego, or if you have to ever move a Lego room, or if you're just interested, how on earth do you move all this stuff when you move to a bigger house? So yeah, I've been in this apartment for 3 years now, and it's time to finally say goodbye. I lived here my entire time at college. I've graduated now with my bachelor's degree in filmmaking, so that's exciting, but now I'm fully graduated, and I'll be kind of making a separate video about my plans here on YouTube and what I'm doing after now I'm a graduate, what my plans are. That'll be a whole nother video. But this video will be talking about what it takes to move a Lego room like this. So the wall back there, I'm sure that's what everybody's wondering, because that's all one piece. If you guys remember from my Building Crait series, you'll know that's one complete thing. It can't be taken apart. So I have something special in mind for that. Thankfully, all other parts of all of this frontal section is all sectional. If you guys remember, I did 2x2 base plates. So all I have to do is just basically take everything off, do a little bit of work with the trenches and take that apart. But other than that, they all kind of just separate. So that'll be easy. I'm not too worried about that. What will be hard is the back section, especially the mountains. I don't know what I'm going to do with the mountains, but it'll be interesting. But as for the shelves and the sets behind me, I have basically done this once before. When I moved into this apartment 3 years ago, what I actually did is I just took clear plastic big bins, and I've literally just stacked them on each other. Believe it or not, Lego Star Wars sets hold up well if you just stack them on each other. I wouldn't suggest it for a huge, long move. You know, you're moving hours and hours away, and it's got to get a moving truck. Probably won't work, but if you're hand moving it yourself, and you're moving maybe like an hour or so away or less, it could work if you just stack the sets, so that way you don't have to take them apart. So that's what I'm going to do with those. The shelves that I've used, and you can kind of see here, what I have been using is these kind of gray, I don't know, it's like a beige gray. These interlocking shelves, and what's great about these is they can also come apart very easily. They're like Legos, actually. I think they even call them interlocking plastic shelves. I'll link them down below on Amazon. It's an affiliate link, so it helps me out. But I'll link these down below in case you're interested in these shelves. I actually going to order more for the next Lego room in the new house, but that'll be a whole other thing. So yeah, I'm just going to take all the sets off and stack them in bins. Crait will be separated and all of that. So what about parts? Parts is a fun question with me because I use these Stanley toolbox kits, or bins, I should say, and they call them, there it is, Deep Professional Organizers by Stanley. It's a tool company, so they're meant for nails and stuff like that, for hardware, but we're using them for plastic. But no, you can seriously get these off Walmart or Amazon, and I'll share links below of where you can get them. But they're only about $15 a piece, which is not bad. They're pretty deep. They come in two different variants. You have the big version here, which is very handy for a big amount of parts. So when you go to like the pick-a-brick wall at Lego, this is great for that. And then smaller parts, you go on Bricklink, you have a certain amount of littler things. That's what this bin is for. You have a much smaller bins, but you get more of them, and you can get a little more niche with your parts. So I have a whole bunch of these. I ordered like, I don't know, 9 or 10 of them, and that is how this shelf over here, if you guys remember from my Building Crait series, this is how I took all of these parts and put them in those bins. That's how I was able to move everything so easily. I just kind of dumped them in the bins, and voila. There are some parts left over that need to be, it's just kind of random stuff that needs to be kind of sorted, but I'll get to that. It's not much. This is all random stuff that isn't so hard to move. The other thing I like to use when I'm storing, also moving Lego, are these shoebox bins, and you can see I have quite a lot of them, not only here, but they're also in my closet room right there. They're really cheap. Here, I also got these from Walmart. I don't know where you can get them in internationally, but they're by this brand, Sterlite. They're basically, that's the size. It actually has the measurements both internationally and US, but that's all the information. So there you go. They literally call them shoebox bins. But yeah, no, they work great for Lego. You can see I have all kinds of different minifigures and parts and all kinds of different things. And you see I also have more of those Stanley cases in here right now. But anyhow, I have packed all the Lego sets except for this one. I did not pack this one. I should have packed that one. My bad. This one didn't fit in a box. This Assault on Hoth. I never built this because it's kind of a lame set. I don't know. Like, it's a great play set, but it's like lame because it's a UCS set, kind of. But yeah. All right. Well, anyhow, it's time to take Crait apart. This is the main thing a lot of you are probably wanting to see. So I'm going to go into time lapse. You'll see exactly how I'm going to take it apart. I can't wait to show it to you. So this is going to be a fun video. Let's go to it now. Okay, so, man, this is like, I've been working on this for 3 hours now, and this is a lot more time consuming than I thought, mainly because I just want to make sure when I'm taking it apart, I'm not destroying it, that I'm putting in, everything in bags and everything is in places, and I'm taking pictures and basically just tracking out everything that I do in order to rebuild it later. It makes the process much easier to rebuild it. Sure, I could just throw everything in really easily, but tracking and taking pictures and all of that really helps with the rebuild process. So I got this far, which is basically taking the middle section apart. Of course, you guys saw that I took the front part out. That's all done. I ran into a problem with this section. You can kind of just see it when I pick this up, is I didn't really build the middle section that well. In terms of picking it up, I didn't really think about that much. And so a lot of these little sections in here kind of break apart. And I'll show you what happened. When I was trying to put these sections in the bin, that's what happened right there. Rest in peace, Crait. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna fix it. It looks bad, but it really honestly isn't. I'm not that worried. I'm gonna spend the next hour rebuild that, and then what I'm gonna do is take these apart, but what I'm gonna do is reinforce them so I can actually pick them up without them breaking like this, in order to get them in this bin. So that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I'm going to call this it for the video. We'll do a part 2 where we will do the task of taking down that wall. I know a lot of you wanted to see that in this video, but I have a lot more work than I thought in order to move Crait. So this is next, and then tomorrow onto this. So without ado, guys, we'll see you guys in part 2.